Hello YouTube, it's Silver Age Dave. I'm in the comic room. It's Thursday. It's looking like a gorgeous day. It's going to be warm and rainy, and I love that. I'm probably going to get out and go for a little run, but I wanted to make a video today. I've been thinking about for a while. YouTube continues to grow. The community is awesome. There's so many new people that I hadn't seen before. We have a great big warehouse full of the old people who've been around a long time, and then there's guys like Silver who's still kind of new to the scene, a year and a half maybe. And what I was thinking the other day is it's kind of like a big dot to dot. We think we're all starting on dot number one and working through, but some people are jumping in at dot number 375, and they didn't see dot number one. So what I want to do is I want to do a quick reintroduction, tell you a little bit about me, and for those of you who are newer to the channel, hopefully it'll be kind of interesting, and those of you who've been around a while, I'm just going to do the old type of video I used to do, which is the walk around, and I'll try to throw in some information. I used to get questions of the Silver Age Dave. Early on, I was watching other channels, and Bad Avenger used to have a great I called it the logo guy, and so I thought, well, if I'm going to make videos, I got to have a logo guy. So I made this. It's just basically a backer board, and I drew some stuff, but the logo I tried to do here was mimicking ASM 129, so you can kind of see the crosshairs and little gunshot explosions there. So that's a little background on Silver's logo guy. So rule 101, if you're going to make a video, you got to have a logo guy. That's what Silver says. So I want to do a reintroduction, and I want to tell you a little bit about me. This, as many of you know, this is one of my original books from 1974. My Busha bought me. She used to take me by the hand to this little corner store, and she'd buy me comic books, and sometimes it was The Incredible Hulk, and sometimes it was Yang, or, weird whatever. I was always a cover buyer. I think as most kids are, little kids, whatever's on the cover. I mean, you throw a dinosaur or a Western or whatever. It was kind of like the thing of the week. I wasn't necessarily collecting runs. I would find a piece of a cover that appealed to me, and then of course that's what I jumped on, as a kid. I've talked about my haul of Thors. When I was maybe 11, I bought all these Thors for a nickel a piece from a neighborhood kid. He got them for free from his, unfortunately, it was a divorce situation, and he was a lot younger, but he was selling them to get money for this little corner store, Berman's Pharmacy. We'd go and we'd buy candy and gum and baseballs and, comic books. And he sold a little bit of everything in that little corner pharmacy store. And so Matthew just, he wanted the nickels, and thank goodness I was able to come up with a lot of nickels. And so that was kind of the start of the crazy. Up till then, I was collecting comics and reading them. But once I received all those Silver Age books in perfect condition, I went a little, I guess it just struck me as, this is incredible. And that's when I really learned to care for comic books, when some special books came into my possession. And I collect a few other things. Like here I've got my original D&D manuals. These are Sears catalogs, which are pretty cool. I've had those out before. That's from 1974 and 1982. I've got some Masterworks books and some trades and things like that. Busha used to buy me these books, and they lasted because my mom didn't throw them out. You see, my godfather, when he went to the war, he had comics and sports cards, and Busha threw all his stuff out. He was so mad. This is a book Busha bought me when I was just a little guy. I remember getting that off the rack. So he was so mad when he got home. So I think that's why Busha bought me so many comics. And I think it's why my mom never threw any of my comics away. She kept them in a box, very neat and clean house, but they never got thrown away, and they were always there. And as I got older, the new comics I picked up went into the box and lasted, and just kind of a special, unique circumstance. Uncle Joe, he took the brunt of that one. He took the bullet for me, and then it basically resulted in me having, whatever bone in my head is broke, that I can't seem to get rid of any comic books. But that's how I got to where I am now. And my philosophy on comics is they're all great. Whether it has a cover or not doesn't matter. Every comic has something to offer. I do collect parts and pieces of comics. Once they're beyond saving, I try to save what I can. And I believe all comics are equal. So, as we move about the room doing the little walk around, you're going to see key books. And I get it, and I feel the same way. Like, there's something special about a key. I do love keys. I don't want to say, oh, they're all exactly equal, because they're just not going to be. But I see intense, incredible value emotionally with the books between the keys. So sometimes it's the books no one else collects or no one else wants, but they're still special to me, and they're books that still stand out to me as worthy, of keeping and having and caring for. So, in the long boxes, what you're seeing here are some of the more exciting things. Frankly, that's how I keep you guys listening right now to this boring talk. But seriously, they're all special. I don't spend a lot of money in the frills section. So my grading desk is literally, it's a plastic lifetime table. I have a glass top on it that I got for free. I had a tenant move out of a building years ago, and she left it to go in the trash. And so I have a nice desktop piece of glass, so I can cut on it, and I don't have to worry about, damaging it. And I just like it. It's worked out for me. Anywhere I can save $1, I try to save $1, and then that equals a comic. And I'm a Bud Light guy. I like them because I love the taste of beer. I can drink a bunch, but they're inexpensive, and so if I save $1, I can spend that on comics. There's not a type of comic that I look for specifically. There's certain things I'm not as excited about, but in general, if it's a comic book, I love it. Outside of comics, Silver has 6 kids. Love them all. My oldest 2 kids aren't as much into the superheroes other than movies. They like movies and TV shows. But my youngest 4 are all readers, and they have comics in their rooms. As you can imagine, covers read right off them. And they love that, and I love them for it. As we talk about comics, they're very knowledgeable on heroes and villains, and they get a lot of joy from the hobby, and that's what I love. And as I say, I love them all equally. It's just great. But I do take a special pride that I'm passing that joy of the hobby down that generation. Outside of comic collecting, I am a patriotic guy. You see the flag. I did a flag tag video a while ago, and wherever you're from, I'd encourage you to flag tag it a little bit. I think it's good to have pride and believe in something. Outside of running or outside of comic collecting, I am a runner. I used to run ultra marathons, and I had a health hiccup, and I'm working through that still. But my goal is to get back into ultra marathon running. That is running distances greater than marathon distance. So a standard marathon, or a marathon, no matter what, is always 26.2 miles. And so I love running races that are longer than that. That could be 31 miles, which is a 50K. The longest race I've run is just a little bit over 100 miles. And those races are generally done in the mountains. They're done on more difficult or technical terrain. And again, I just love that stuff. There's a broken bone in my head in that way too, that I can just keep going and keep going and keep going. And the fastest I've finished one is just over 24 hours. And that's no sleep, no rest for the weary. You just keep running, and they have aid stations set up where you can get a little bit of food and nourishment. You do need to replenish energy, but that's something I love. I love scuba diving. Unfortunately, I've been on a health break from that, and I'm having a medication issue, and I've put on a lot of weight. It really screws with my metabolism. So, truth be told, if I wanted to scuba dive tomorrow, I probably couldn't. I doubt I could fit in my wetsuit. And I don't want to give in and give up and buy a new bigger guy wetsuit. I want to work through it and lose some weight and get back to it. So that's a little bit about silver. In my outside life and in my roots, I would encourage you, if you watch YouTube, if you make videos, share a little bit about yourself. We can call it a silver's reintroduction tag or reintro tag. Um, just let the community know about you. It's a beautiful community. I'm so grateful. I've been so welcomely embraced by so many people. And really, whether you make videos or comment on videos or just watch, I know a lot of guys today are watching this stuff on TV, and you can't really comment, and that's okay. I appreciate you. The community's awesome. It's people that we used to kind of hide it from our friends, that we're comic people, but there's no stigma to it anymore. And collections that used to be in these dark storage situations like this one are now more visible. People that love a hero, maybe you just love one hero, maybe you love all the heroes. You can kind of come out of the woodwork and be you. So share a little bit about yourself. You're important, you're unique, and I've watched so many YouTubers, but I wasn't there, going back to the dot to dot, I wasn't there when you started. And I'd love to know more about you. I'd love to know what's, behind the collector, so to speak. So if you feel inclined, go ahead and make a tag video and please post it here so I know it's out there. I watch so many videos, but I take a great interest in you guys as people. So hopefully you enjoyed this. It's a little walk around and a what's what. I'm going to leave it there. You guys have an awesome week. Silver Age Dave is out.